Welcome to Print a PDF from Business Central. That's easy, isn't it? Hey, I'm Eric, and one of the super cool thing about hosting this YouTube channel is you guys sending in all sorts of great questions and requests, and sometimes subscribers are doing it from the comments on the video. I read them all. They come in on email, they come on LinkedIn, and used to come on Twitter, and all that good stuff. It's very cool. I'm not here to do your job, so when you request a very specific, could you show a video where you create a report that does this, this, and this, and that? That's your job. That's not my job. But I will gladly teach you something. And one of the very cool questions I got a couple of weeks ago on email was a super simple question: how to print a PDF from Business Central. And the first reaction was, that you print it. And then I started thinking and saying, how are you going to print it? And I was just about, I had my email open and put in a reply saying, sorry, that's not possible from within AL. And then instead of hitting send, I thought, maybe it is. Maybe maybe there's a hack here. In this video, we're gonna try to see if there is a hack here. So to be honest, at this point in time, you know more about this than I do, because you know apparently that I succeeded, because otherwise I would never post this video on YouTube. Maybe I would. Epic failure, something. But I think I have an idea how to do this. It's a classic bait and switch hack. And maybe for the non-English part of the viewers, hello everyone from around the world. Bait and switch is the term coined for when, like, you see an ad in a newspaper or online for something that's super cheap and that's a really good offer, and then you go to get it, and then they say, we don't have any more of those, but you can get this one instead that is much more expensive. So you got lured in by the bait, and then they switched it on you. Bait and switch. So I think we can do the same thing, because some part of the report processing is actually exposed in events, which is kind of what I use a variant of with my Simple Report Designer app that I still have no clue what to do with. I'm kind of afraid to release it. But I think we can maybe print something, a bait, and then we at the last moment we switch our own PDF into the mix. So let's try. Here is Visual Studio Code, and I have started an app because we need to start an app. So let's start by creating a code unit, because it's called print PDF AL, because that is surely something we need. Print PDF, and I guess we need some sort of print PDF procedure, although I have no clue what we should do with that yet. But I guess there needs to be somewhere where we say print, or maybe not. Anyway, let's look at those events I talked about. So there's a code unit called, so you see all these nice code units with spaces in the name, but there's one called Report Management with no spaces, because Why be consistent? And let's look at. So you see, there's a bunch of. Oh, let me actually make this bigger. Sorry, I think this is better. Yeah, now we can see what's happening. You can see that this is a special code unit because on after document download, on after document print ready, on after document ready, on after get paper tray for report, on after. In my report tool, I use something called on custom document merger EX. This is where the simple report designer actually does all its work. And but this is for custom report layouts, and I guess we could do it as a custom report layout, but I think we can do it on. I think we can do it on this one. On after document is ready. So here's a trick. So you select the event, and then you can actually hit F12 on it and then see the code. What we're interested in is, and I think I am right. Yeah, this is one of the event where there is an outstream. So an outstream is something you write to. So this is the binary. This is where we feed something in. So we have this one. So I think this is good. What I usually do whenever I subscribe to an event is that I call the procedure the same name as the event, and then we need to know what report it is. We need to have the outstream, and I think there is a success or handled or something. Yeah, so that we probably need to set that. So what do we do in here? Well, if bait and switch. So if let's figure out when that is, then clearly we want a success. So let's just define that as a, and then we have the outstream, so we need to do a copy stream. So the target stream, and then we need to have a PDF stream, right? We need to have the PDF. So I guess that's the whole thing. If we can get everything aligned, so this event will take whatever we have already and feed it into the process, then I think it's going to work. So what is PDF stream? Well, so we need to, at this point when this event runs, it needs to have the PDF we want to print. And one way we can do that is there's a trick with code units. There's a, I'm not gonna say it's a hack because it's actually designed this way, but you can declare a code unit as a single instance. Single instance means that if I have a page, then I have a report, and then I have another page, and so on. Then the first time any object that has a variable of this code unit opens, then one instance is created. But instead of when the page is closed, then that object is removed from memory. It stays in memory, and then when another page wants to open, it doesn't create a new instance of the code unit. It just reuses the instance we have. So you can use it as sort of a shared memory, that something we recorded on in location A is available in location B. And that also works for event subscribers. So if this function, this event subscriber is triggered, and the single instance code unit is already in memory, then it will just reuse the one that's there. So what we can do is that we can actually create some memory here and called PDF blob, and create a code unit temp. temp blob. And with that in mind, then actually creating PDF stream down here is fairly easy. So we can PDF, wow. Stream, that's an in stream. And then we can go down here and say PDF blob.create in stream PDF stream. So now we just need, here we need to figure out the bait and switch part. But then we assume that we have the PDF, and then we just need to feed it into this one. It's totally gonna work. This is totally gonna work. I'm sure of it. But I think we need to create the bait part, because this is switch. But we need the bait, and the bait might as well be a report. Actually, I was thinking of. I was in my head. I had planned something way more complicated, but it could just be a report. Bait. Here we go. That's a report. Let's call it bait. Oh, let's call it print PDF. And it needs to print, right? That's actually important. So the default layout is Word layout. I could do with the whole rendering thing, but this is not, we don't care about the layout here in this case. So we'll just call it bait.docx. And if I build this now, it gets, maybe it still created the Word document. So I can say open externally. Welcome to Hogarth's Bait and Switch programming shop. That's a good report right there. But I think we probably need to make it actually, so we need to make sure that it prints, because if Business Central decides there's nothing to print, there's nothing, we don't have a bait, so we're not able to switch. So let's create a data set. See if we can create a data set. Data item. We just need a single record basically. So integer, boom, and then view is where number equal const 17, because that's the most random number in existence. And maybe we actually need a column, otherwise I think it will yell at us again saying there's nothing to print. So this is a fairly respectable report, right? Let me just verify. Did I put into the launch that I want to run report? I did. Okay, so let's run. Oh, we still have the. Oh, we can define that now. Haha. So now we kind of know what this is, right? So this will be object ID equal report print PDF, because we should only do the bait and switch if this is the bait report. So if I say preview and close, that was kind of less than I was hoping for. If I say print, whoop, I have never been good friends with reports. Reports are, so we run them, we have one column, we have a layout and a layout. What am I missing here? I'm not missing anything. It's because of I chose 17 A2. No, it can't be. 17 is not too random. 17 is the perfect amount of a random number. Is it because I run it from this weird? So what if I put a usage category reports and analysis? Some objects are weird when you run them this way. Oh, now you're yelling at the screen. Application area. Let's try that again. Let's try that again. Print PDF. Preview and close. So, does it decide not to? Oh, Erik. Oh man, I think my code is working. It's this thing that's doing its stuff, but I'm putting a blank in it. Wow. My code is working, and that's the whole problem. There, we got the thing. Wow. Oh man. Are you yelling at the screen now? That's okay. Okay, so apparently this thing is working. So we're missing this. We're missing because it's just copying something blank in here. So this was actually a successful test. I just did not understand what I was doing. Okay, so clearly we need to get something into the blob. So print PDF might be the... What about if we create a PDF to print function instead? And then we feed an in string in here, in stream, sorry. And we go, now we need to put something in the blob storage. So we go outstream here. And then we do copy stream also, outstream, in stream. So the copy stream is actually, you think about it as there is this is the order of the string. So where you want stuff to go and where you want it to come from. Destination, comma source. This is again going back to again. What did I say again? Going back to the old C syntax. This is quite an old function. So that was the common order of parameters on many C functions. Okay, so we need to call the PDF to print function. So we need to do that in the report. So we can do that on pre-report, maybe. And here's the thing. Remember the single. So if I now create a if I'm able to type PDF code unit print PDF. So now I create a variable of this code unit, but because of the single instance, it will be the same version in memory. This one was triggered and this one is triggered, even though it's triggered from two completely different places. So now I can say print PDF to print, and that was an in stream. So clearly we need an in stream with a PDF in it, and I think the easiest way to do this is simply go if upload into stream, and from filter we don't care, and in stream, then I think this works. I think I'll hit a 5 now, and now we have a successful test. I think we will have a successful test. Preview and close, we got the upload. I grab some music. And And well, that clearly didn't work because the outstream is not initialized. So we have to go with our PDF blob.create outstream. Otherwise, this one is just a stream that goes nowhere. So this time it might just work. Where drop, I grab a different PDF file. Bingo. Bait and switch. So here is a random PDF file. Well, it's not very random, but look at all the sheet music I wrote at some point. I arranged this, by the way. This is not my composition. This is a great piece of music, but that's a different story. Sorry. That worked. Huh. Okay, so what did we do here? Well, we created a fake report, and by creating a fake report, I guess if I go, let's close this one, and I go print PDF. I guess there's one more test we need to do. Of course, now I'm just uploading, right? And I shouldn't. So do print. Boom. It works. We used a couple of tricks here, but what I was trying to say that now we just upload PDF, but maybe the PDF comes from my SharePoint connector app. Maybe it comes from something in from a web service or whatever. Maybe it's an attachment, and you want to print it. So now you can, of course, this can be connected to Universal Print or PrintNote or any of the normal stuff that you can connect or email, print email to printer and all those things. Because now it's just a regular report. We're printing a regular report, but we have just used two couple of tricks here. First trick is that we use the report management on after document ready to perform the bait and switch, saying, hey, if this is our bait report, then put this thing in instead. And then we use the concept of a single instance to prepare the PDF for when this event is called. And actually, I was thinking that we might be able to. Okay, so let's try something here. So I will remove the temp blob here. And then I will create a variable here called underscore instream, because I am completely out of creativity when it comes to names. So now I do underscore instream equal instream. So this should still be two variables pointing to the same stream. So I can now get rid of PDF stream here. I can get rid of this thing, and then I'll just do underscore in stream. Okay, let me check if this works, and then I'll explain why it works, if it works. Maybe it works. Let's take this Jello part. Maybe it doesn't work. I really thought that would work, but I guess those are not two streams pointing to the same stream. Or So okay, so this is based on .NET, right? At the end of the day, the Business Central server runs .NET, and as long as there's a reference to a piece of data, that piece of data is not garbage collected. So the idea was that this, even though this one is a local variable, because we then actually keep, because this is just pointed to the stream supplied by upload into stream. So the second one there should still be a reference to this piece of data. So we, and maybe I am expecting too much here. Haha, okay, interesting. Okay, so we need to keep the first one in memory. Okay. So let me explain what I actually did here. Okay, I think this is a nicer version, because then we're not duplicating memory. So let's get rid of all this unnecessary code. Right, we're into with a lot of spacing into 21 lines of code here, and 26 lines here with some spaces. So that's pretty good. Okay, so when the report runs, we do an upload into stream. So upload into stream, the function gives you some data. So you give it an in stream. So here's a handle so you can read this data. We pass that handle to this data over to our code unit, but we keep the handle we have in memory as the primary handle. Then we have a secondary handle in here, a secondary stream that points to the same thing. And then in the event subscriber, we actually then do copy stream directly from the upload stream into the report. I'm actually still confused why, but maybe some of the Microsoft folks can talk about why it did not hold that stream, and maybe this line is borderlining AL. Anyway, sorry, that was a lot of hacking at the end there, but you can print a PDF. It only takes a few lines. So the total solution here was, less than 50 lines of code, and most of that was boilerplate. But we bait and switched. We printed a specific report with nonsense in it, and then we took our PDF binary and fed it into the stream, and we printed a PDF. So there you have it. You can print a PDF directly from Business Central, and it's actually pretty easy. Go check out this video. Lots of AL hacking going on here. Check it out. I'll see you there. Take care. Bye.